We ready? Okay, so starting in a nice comfortable supine position. You can have the feet wide, allowing the knees to drop in if that feels comfortable. And allowing the eyes to close. Taking a few moments to get settled. Gently releasing the shoulders. Relaxing the neck, the jaw. Allowing the face to soften. And then just when you're ready, bringing one hand over the belly button and the other hand on top. And just feeling the breath as it softly moves through the body. Not really changing it or affecting it in any way, at least not yet. Just feeling that gentle flow. Noticing how it affects the body, how it feels. And then when you're ready, start to slow the breath down even further, making it a little bit longer, a little bit deeper. Seeing if you can really send that inhale deep down into the belly. Feeling the tummy rising, the body expanding underneath the hands. And then softening back on the exhale. Keeping that breath going. Slow and steady. When you're ready, just very gently moving the hands onto the sides of the ribs. Keeping that full deep breath going down into the belly. But see if you can start to direct it out into the sides of the body as well. Feeling not just the tummy rising, but the ribs expanding out to the sides on the inhale. And softening back on the exhale. Noticing how it feels. Really allowing the whole body to take part in the breath. One more full round of breath. And then softly releasing the arms out to the sides. Keeping that big, expansive breath going. We're just going to very gently start to add a bit of movement to it. Taking a deep inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, softening the knees over to the left. On the inhale, gently bringing the knees back into the center. And on the exhale, over to the other side. Keeping that movement going with the breath. Making it slow, continuous. Feeling that movement through the entire body. Noticing not just the loud sensations, not just the spine and the hips. Noticing the more subtle sensations as well. That soft shift through the feet as you move. Through the shoulders, maybe you need to release them down. Checking that any tension hasn't returned to the jaw. If so, letting it go. Next time, you're moving to the left, coming all the way onto the left side of the body. Taking a moment here. And just when you're ready, softly making your way up onto your hands and knees. Feeling the texture of the mat underneath the hands, softly pushing into it. Inhaling to slowly open the chest forward, arching the back. Exhale, gently tucking the tailbone, rounding through the spine. Keeping that movement going with the breath. And if you haven't done so already, try closing the eyes. Really feeling that movement, feeling the breath. Making it as slow as you possibly can. And if you feel like adding in some little wiggles, adding in some additional movement here, go for it. Just keep that attention. Really noticing how the body is responding to the movement. And allow yourself to move in a way that feels good, in a way that serves you right now. Going for one more full round of breath. And then softly sinking the hips back over the heels, coming into a child's pose. Finding a little bit of a reach through the arms, and then softly walking the hands a step or two over to the left. A little bit of a reach through the right hand, creating space through the sides of the body. Breathing into the right hand side ribs. One more full round of breath. And softly taking the hands through the center and a step or two over to the other side. Breathing into the left hand side ribs, finding that space. One more full round of breath. And then softly bring the hands back into the center. Really reaching them forward, gently encouraging the hips a little bit back. A full round of breath here. And then softly rooting through the hands, pulling into a tabletop. Just going to tuck the toes underneath us, gently sitting back on the heels. From here, we're going to move into a rabbit posture. So bringing the very top of the head down onto the mat just in front of the knees. Grabbing a hold of the heels and then lifting the hips. So top of the head down. Grabbing onto the heels, softly lifting the hips. Drawing the space between the shoulder blades forward. Really expanding across the back. And breathing steadily. Keeping the weight really light on the top of the head. One more full round of breath. And then softly untucking the toes, sinking it back into a child's pose. Nice. A full round of breath. And then gently finding that rooting down through the palms of the hands again. Slowly pulling the body all the way up into a tabletop. Take the hands a couple of steps further in front, keeping them firmly rooted. Deep inhale. Exhale, softly melting the chest down towards the mat, keeping the hips over the knees. You can allow the forehead or the chin to rest down, depending on which feels best. Really lengthening through the sides of the body. Breathing. One more full round of breath. And then on your next inhale, rooting down through the hands, lifting the chest back up, hands underneath the shoulders, tucking the toes. Exhale to lift it all the way up into a downward facing dog. Maybe making it a little bit fluid. But let's keep it pretty soft, so gentle bend in the knees, but still finding this length in the upper body, space through the sides. Going for one more full round of breath. And then as slowly as you possibly can, we're going to walk the feet forwards towards the hands. One tiny little step at a time, really feeling as one foot lifts off and then gently lowers down again. Feeling that shift in the weight. Once you're all the way forward, maybe it feels nice to have the feet maybe a little bit wider than you normally would. Hip width, or perhaps even wider than that. Keeping a little bit of a bend in the knees. Allowing the shoulders and the head to release down, maybe grabbing opposite elbows, maybe swaying gently from side to side. And slowing that movement back down. Releasing the arms, starting to slowly, slowly roll it up through the spine. One vertebrae at a time. Maybe the eyes stay closed here. Once we reach the top, pressing down through the feet, finding a little bit of a lift in the heart. And then bring the chin towards the chest again, softening the knees, rolling it all the way back down. Nice, moving through each vertebrae. And once you reach the bottom, rolling it back up. slowly. Keeping the eyes closed, pausing at the top this time. And inhale, drawing the shoulders up towards the ears, squeezing them up. Exhale, gently releasing them back down. Allowing the eyes to softly flutter open, but keeping a gentle gaze. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, reaching the arms up high, extending through the sides of the body. Exhale, soft knees, diving it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, softening the knees, hands to the mat. We're going to step the left leg back. Gently lowering the back knee to the mat. Inhale, lifting the chest, reaching up through the fingertips, pausing here. You can stay with the arms reaching up high, or you can gently take them through heart and onto the thigh. Go for whichever feels best here. Keeping a rooting down through that front foot, encouraging the left hip a little bit forward. And then just checking in with the shoulders, releasing them down. Breathing, deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale, we're going to softly bring the fingertips onto the mat or onto blocks if you prefer. Starting to softly draw the hips back, flexing into that right foot. Pausing here. Drawing that right hip a little bit back. Seeing if we can encourage the shoulders back, creating a little bit more space across the chest. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhaling to gently shift the weight forward. I'm going to tuck that back toe, pressing down through the front foot, lifting the back knee off, maybe extending through the legs, or maybe we keep a slight softness in the knees. But keep encouraging that right hip a little bit back. Drawing the back heel back and then down towards the mat. Space across the chest. Steady breathing. Deep inhale. Exhale, bending into that front knee, taking the fingertips a little bit forward. And then inhale, softly stepping it forward, lifting the chest. Exhale, folding it down. Inhale, reaching the arms, coming all the way back up high. Exhale, diving it straight back forward. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders drawing back. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping that right knee back. Lowering the knee down. Inhale, lifting the chest, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, staying here or gently bringing the hands through heart and onto the thigh. Pausing. Again, checking in with the shoulders, the jaw. It's amazing how quickly the tension returns into those areas. Let it go. Deep inhale. Exhale, bring the fingertips onto the mat, drawing the hips back, flexing that front foot. Nice. Seeing if we can widen the collarbones a touch, encouraging the shoulders back. Breathing. Inhale, softly shifting the weight forward again, tucking that back toe, lifting it off. So lifting that back knee off, drawing the hips back, but holding on to that space in the chest, really rooting down through the bases of the toes on that front foot, reaching the back heel down. Lovely. Deep inhale. Exhale, bending into the front knee, taking the fingertips a little bit forward. Inhale, stepping it back forward, lifting the heart halfway, rooting through the feet. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising, coming all the way up, reaching. Exhale, bringing the hands through heart and down by your sides, closing the eyes. Taking a moment here, softly scanning the body. Observing how it's feeling. Feeling the soles of the feet on the mat, gently rooting them down. Maybe finding a little bit more of a lift through the rest of the body. A lift through the fronts of the thighs, a length up the sides of the body, up the back of the neck. But balancing it out with this air of softness. Shoulders, jaw, face, breath. I'm going to do the same flow again, but this time just one breath per posture. Taking a breath to prepare. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Allowing the eyes to gently flutter open. Inhale, reaching the arms up high. Exhale, folding it forward. Inhale, halfway lift, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, softly stepping the left leg back. Lowering the knee, inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands to the mat, drawing the hips back, flexing that front foot. Inhale, shifting it forward, rising up. Exhale, bending into that front knee, reaching it forward. Inhale, stepping it, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way back up high. Exhale, diving it forward. Inhale. Exhale, stepping it back. Inhale, reaching it up high. Exhale. Hands to the mat, drawing the hips back, flexing that front foot. Nice. Inhale, forward, lifting it up. Exhale, bending into that front knee, shifting the weight. Inhale, stepping, lifting the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising all the way up high. Exhale, hands through heart, down by your sides, closing the eyes. A moment. Taking a deep inhale and a long exhale, really rooting down through the soles of the feet, keeping the eyes closed if possible. On the inhale, finding a lift through the heart, allowing the shoulders to drop back. Exhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest, bending the knees, rolling it down through the spine, all the way into a forward fold. Pausing here, maybe grabbing opposite elbows again, maybe softly swaying, releasing the shoulders, releasing the head. Noticing if it feels any different this time around. Whether it does or it doesn't, just observe. No judgment, no expectation. Just a moment to look within. One more full round of breath. And then softly planting the hands, gently stepping it back into a downward facing dog. But make it quite a wide-legged one. So feet almost at the edges of the mat. Really quite wide. Maybe the knees stay soft, but really lengthening up through the sides. Breathing, deep inhale, long exhale, deep inhale, exhale, shifting the heels a little bit in towards each other and the knees out, sending the hips back, so think almost like a squat style downward facing dog. Inhale, lifting it back up onto the tippy toes. Exhale, sending the hips back. Nice. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, back and pause this time. And then see if you can hold it there, but softly walking the hands back towards the feet. Nice, dropping the hips into a squat. Holding, deep inhale, long exhale, pressing down through the soles of the feet. And inhale, bringing it all the way up, reaching the arms up high, taking the toes to point forward. Exhale, bending the knees, folding it just halfway. Maybe interlacing the fingers behind the back here. Inhale, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pressing down through the soles of the feet. Exhale, folding. Taking the arms up and over. Breathing steady. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale, lifting the heart just slightly. Exhale, releasing the arms, hands to the mat, gently walking them all the way forward into a downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale, gently lowering the knees to the mat. The hips to the heels, coming into a child's pose. Checking in. And finding that rooting down through the palms of the hands. Slowly pulling the body all the way up into a tabletop. We're going to take it a little bit further. Shoulders over the wrists, lowering all the way down onto the tummy. Reaching the arms back, palms facing up. Inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the legs, pointing through the toes. Exhale, gently lower option to do the same again, or you can interlace the fingers behind the back this time. Inhale, lift and lengthen. We're going to hold for an additional breath. Drawing the toes back, the heart forward, creating space. On your next exhale, gently releasing it down. Maybe making a little pillow for the head with the hands. Maybe wiggling the hips, the shoulders, a moment here. And as gently as you possibly can, turning the body over onto the back. Nice, bending the knees, planting the feet, finding your starting position again. Closing the eyes, checking in. Maybe there's some final little wiggles that the body's craving. Maybe taking the knees softly side to side again with the breath. Maybe gently drawing them in towards the chest. Honoring whatever it is that serves you best. And just when you're ready, releasing the legs out along the mat. Allowing the arms to fall softly on either side of the body. Allowing the body plenty of space. Leaving some breathing room between the limbs. Finding a position of support. Where you can gently let go. Very, very gently, starting to deepen the breath. Softly bringing the awareness to the space, to the body, introducing some gentle movement. Maybe that movement slowly turns into a full body stretch. And just in your own time, making your way to lie on whichever side of the body calls to you. Allowing yourself a moment here. A moment to truly be nowhere else but right here, now. When you're ready, gently making your way into a comfortable seat. Bring the palms together at heart, softly bowing the head in gratitude for the body, for the practice. Bring the thumbs towards the forehead for kind thoughts, towards the lips for kind words, and to the heart for kind actions. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.